I Best way I can think of to start this is just to jump right into it. So here we go. Um, I started watching the Rational Mail podcast and the Rich Cooper's podcast, Entrepreneurs in Cars, and decided that number one, I've noticed that all of the men's podcasts are basically for men who either have money or are not necessarily the average everyday guy. I'm a diesel mechanic. I'm 37 years old, just shy of 200 pounds, 6 foot tall. Don't really make that much money, a little bit above average, but not a lot. Um, about as average as you can get. So if there's anybody out there in the world that could actually, show you what an average person can do with this kind of information, I'm probably it. I wanted to start this YouTube channel literally to prove that any average dude can make an amazing amount of progress in their life just by watching YouTube channels and by getting information that's available free on YouTube. So that's where I'm at. Like I say, 6 foot tall, 195 pounds, just shy of 200 pounds. 13.7% body fat, so I'm not necessarily a fat guy. I'm a little thick right at the moment, but I make average money. I work as a diesel mechanic by day. I do some work on boats at night, trying to make a little extra money. I do own my own boat, live on a boat, and moved down to Florida a couple of years ago. Spent 5 years alone after the last breakup, trying to figure out what it was about me that needed to change, and worked on a lot of things about myself. But I'm finally at a point now where I can start working on the big major stuff. Finances, dating, my particular position in life. So I figure that I will start a YouTube channel and bring everybody along for that ride. On this channel, you're going to watch me go through not only the physical, health changes that need to happen. I need to start working out more. As you can see, my teeth are all messed up. I have some money saved up for that. I'm planning on continuing to work towards getting that figured out. Hopefully within the next 6 months I have at least new smiling teeth, and if not, a full set. I want to, like I say, I'm 195 pounds there now. I'd like to basically maintain that weight and just get some more muscle and stuff on my frame and make it to where I'm a little more attractive to women, and if nothing else, I'll feel better. Like I say, I've listened to the Fresh and Fit the Rollo Tomassi Rational Male podcast. I just downloaded his book on Audible, and we'll be reading that or listening to that at least once, if not 3 or 4 times. It seems like a lot of information all at once, and probably will take a few times for me to digest it all. Listen to the Fresh and Fit podcast and Entrepreneurs in Cars podcast, and pay attention to a few others of the quote-unquote manosphere guys on YouTube. And I think that I come from a different perspective. Like I say, the average blue-collar normal guy, which is most of the guys out there watching these videos. Not doing it to make money. This channel will never be monetized. As of right now, I'm not accepting any donations money-wise. I make a pretty good living where I'm at and don't necessarily need the money. I would much rather do this to help out guys who are on the fence about whether or not they can change their lives, and help guys that think that well, I'm not making as much money as these guys, and I'm not in as good a shape, and I'm not cut like these guys, and I'm not built like these guys, and so I can never make it. Well, I'm going to prove to you that that ain't the case. Like I say, average dude, you'll find out through my YouTube videos. I'm damn sure not a video editor or anything like that. Like I say, my teeth are all messed up. Not nearly as alpha male as a lot of these guys, and I will get there eventually. I'm not as worried about as much about being an alpha as much as I am worried about being happy with where I'm at in life. Can't say that I've ever really had problems chasing women or picking up women, but I've had problems keeping them, because until I started reading the Rational Male the Rational Male audiobook and started paying attention to Rollo's channel, I thought that I was supposed to be monogamous. I thought that women wanted to be monogamous. I thought that all that blue pill bullshit about how women wanted to know my feelings and everything else. And now that I've found that, I realize that I was fed a line of bullshit, and it's time to make a change so that I can be happy with where I'm at. Over the next 6 months to a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, depends on how long it actually takes, and depending on how many people actually watch the channel, I will continue to make at least 3 videos a week. I haven't decided exactly which days they're going to drop yet, and when I finally start getting enough subscribers to make it worth my while, I will actually take the time to do a live stream once a week instead of one day of videos. So you will get, like I say, if people start watching the channel, you'll get 2 videos and 1 live stream. If nobody watches the channel, you get 3 videos. Either way, they'll be out here for anybody who wants to pay attention to them and realize that the average dude can do this. 90% of fixing who you are is putting in the effort and being consistent, putting in the effort not only today but tomorrow and the next day and the next day and a month later and 2 months down the road and 6 months down the road and a year down the road and 2 years down the road. So I'm going to show you what it takes to do that. Everybody has it in them. It's just a question of whether or not they decide to tap into that resource. You'll watch over the next 6 months to a year, my teeth are going to change. I'm going to go to somebody who is good with implants and have them do at least implants on my smiling teeth for right now, and eventually through my whole mouth. You're going to see me go from 195 pounds and 13% body fat to 200 or maybe even 220 and hopefully 10% or less body fat. You're going to see me go from making between 70 and 105,000 a year, depending on how much work I take on the side, to I'm hoping for 150 or more a year without me having to put in the physical labor that it takes to make the money that I make now. You'll see me go from, right now I'm dating a girl, she's okay, got a couple other plates spinning that are okay, to, likely 5 girls spinning on plates that are okay. At this point, I'm not as interested in the getting a woman aspect as I am getting myself together. They're there for a reason. They're fun. They're, good for a pokey poke every once in a while, but they're not the main focus of what I'm trying to do here. Yes, you can build yourself and the women will come. I don't necessarily believe that as much as I believe that you need to work on all aspects of yourself, and one of those aspects is how you present yourself towards women and what you can accomplish when it comes to dealing with women. That will come eventually. Like I say, right now I've got a couple girls on the line and I'm not as worried about it. Eventually you'll see things change in that respect. I'm not as, like I say, I'm not as worried about it. I'm more worried about the physical side and working on myself and making sure that I get my mental aspect and my psychological aspect into check, and at the very worst I become a better person and I live my life without having to worry about what everybody else thinks. If a girl comes along in that, or multiple girls come along in that, great. We'll spin them like plates and roll on down the road. So I guess a breakdown of where I'm at. Like I say, I'm 37 years old, 6 foot tall, 195 pounds to 200 pounds depending on the day. Got an okay job, regular blue collar guy turning wrenches for a living. I live on a boat that I own. I own my pickup outright. I'm debt free. That is a big thing, just because of the fact that these days a whole lot of guys will put themselves into, thousands or hundreds of thousands or a couple $100,000s of dollars into debt just to try to impress women, and all it does is hurt you in the long run. You get with some chick, she treats you like shit for 10 years, and then you divorce and you go on chasing the one that, chasing women again, and she's onto the BBC or the BBG, the bigger, better deal, however you want to look at it. So at this point, let's, might as well focus on me, or you focus on you. I make decent money, a little above average, sometimes a lot above average, but still not in the realm of being any kind of a millionaire or having even necessarily financial security. And I will get there. You'll see that. The biggest one probably is going to be the mindset change. You'll see over the next 6 months to a year, things change from, I wouldn't necessarily call myself a beta male, but I'm damn sure not an alpha, to being alpha when I need to be and being me the rest of the time. At that point, I necessarily never really have fit into any of those molds, and I'm guessing a lot of you don't either. I never really took shit from people. I've been into plenty of fights with, quote unquote alphas, and did that most of my life. At this point, we're gonna make the changes that need to be made, and we'll see where we end up from there. Like I say, my teeth are all fucked up. We'll fix those. We're gonna fix my physique. I'm probably gonna try to figure out a way to update or enhance my wardrobe a little bit. Definitely gonna try to enhance or increase my finances. And other than that, we're just gonna keep working on being a better version of myself. And I think that bringing others along for the ride might be beneficial to me. It'll damn sure be beneficial to the others that pay attention and see the channel and decide to watch. Other than that, man, guys, I'm just an average guy, and I'm just trying to make a dent in things myself. Definitely have a lot of things I can work on, and as I progress through that, you guys will get updates here and there, and you guys can see what it took to get there, and hopefully it'll bring more guys into the frame that they need to be in, which basically is make the best version of yourself. And if chicks come along, they come along. If they don't, they don't. Life will be all right as long as you're the best version of yourself. Other than that, like I say, we'll keep rolling, and hopefully things on this channel actually work out to be beneficial for everybody involved. Like I say, if I get enough subscribers or enough people watching, I will start doing a live stream once a week. We can do Q&A. You guys can ask me whatever you want. I will try to answer to the best of my ability. I'm going to try not to take any necessarily personalized advice from Rollo Tomasi or the Rational Male podcast or Rich Cooper. I will not do what do they call it, super chats, where I donate some money to try to get some advice from them. I want to prove to everybody that you can do it for free on YouTube. You do not have to spend all kinds of money on all these classes and courses and crap. You can do it literally just by putting in the work and listening to what information is out there. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people that have things to say, some good, some bad. I'm sure there's going to be women upset because I told you what I thought and they happened to hear it and decided to get pissy about it. I'm even willing to bet that my biggest problem is likely going to be from the average blue-pilled dude who thinks that everybody's supposed to be monogamous and that there's one out there for him, he just hasn't found her yet. And no matter how fat he gets or how out of shape he is or how little of money he makes, he'll be just fine. These series of videos is not for you. This series of videos is literally for that guy like me, average middle class blue collar dude who wants to make a change in his life. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of you that are married, a lot of you have girlfriends, some of you are, haven't had a girlfriend in years. That's cool. Follow along, see what happens. At the very worst, you got some inside information or some insight from a different angle that you didn't have before, and if it helps you make your life better, that's awesome. If it doesn't, hit up the Rational Male podcast, hit up Rich Cooper. In fact, hit them up either way. They're damn sure great sources of information, and at this point, if you're unhappy with your life, the more information you can get your hands on, the better. So I guess nothing really left else to say other than I hope everybody has a great night and that people actually pay attention and guys actually want to make a difference in their lives. Other than that, like I say, I don't know what else to say. I'm not great at this whole making videos thing, so I'm probably not going to be the best dude on YouTube for that stuff. But I'll be here and I'll be consistent, and you'll get, like I say, 3 videos a week, and you'll get at least, if nothing else, a little bit of inspiration that the average dude can pick himself up off the floor and make something of himself no matter where he's at. Other than that, thank you for whoever's watching this, and I seriously hope the best for you. If you need anything, want to ask questions, anything like that, hit me up in the comments. I will do my best to respond to those as quick as possible and try to, if nothing else, point you in the direction that I believe you need to go. There's a lot of times that guys are just looking for the information given to them. They don't really care about having the sources for that information at hand. But I can tell you for a fact, the sources of that information have way more to give you than I do. So if I give you a source, I say, hey, go check out this version of this video off the Rollo Tomasi Rational Male podcast, or I say, hey, go check out this Entrepreneurs and Cars podcast because he talked about exactly what you're talking about, then you should go check them out, because them guys know way more than I do. The only reason why I'm even making these videos is because of the fact that all of these guys, they make money, they have their lives together. They're not necessarily the blue collar dude, and I believe the blue collar dude right now is the one who actually needs help. So follow along. I'll point you in the direction I can think of. I'll share videos on this channel to try to spur thought and hopefully help people out with what the same things I'm going through or have gone through. Other than that, like I say, good luck to everybody that follows, and I sure hope that everything works out the way I'm thinking it will. So like I say, first video, just an introduction to the channel, and we'll go from there. Look for the next video on probably Monday, and it'll be a culmination of basically an update video of what I did over the weekend, if I approached any girls or went out on any dates, or gained 5 pounds of fat, or lost 5 pounds and put on a little muscle, or whatever the case may be. I'll make another video on, like I say, on Monday. It will be basically a culmination of the weekend, and we'll go from there. So good luck with everybody, and yeah, if you need anything, hit me up.